Just a quick message before the video starts. If you could like this video, leave a comment below, but most importantly, hit the red subscribe button and the little bell next to it, which will notify you when these videos become available. And most importantly, share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations such as CNN and the BBC that YouTube is unfortunately choosing to prioritize. Thank you very much and enjoy this video. Greetings free thinkers, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine, I certainly am. Continuing on with the theme we had yesterday, which was a more upbeat kind of video from the usual doom and gloom. Don't worry, I've got a bit of doom and gloom for you, but first of all, we've got 3 clips to show you, one of which is police in Phoenix, Arizona doing their duty and arresting a largely peaceful emu who was trying to join the cause, being a bird brain. This emu was of course trying to join Antifa and the police were not having any of it. And also I'm going to show you a doom and gloom clip for 2 reasons. One, because as usual it's important for everyone to see just how out of touch and terrible Antifa and BLM really are. And secondly, I want to highlight the shocking disparity between the behaviour of the emu when the bird was arrested by the police. It didn't resist arrest. It walked back to the police vehicle without giving the police any hassle or without trying to bait the police. Then we have the likes of Antifa who flap like a demented wild animal, thrash, they bite, they peck, and there's just a bizarre disparity between an actual bird and a human being. How the bird can act like a human being and the human being can act like a bird. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, because that helps me stay competitive with the likes of CNN, who like to feed you their fake news, excuse me, fake news excrement. So let's go. Okay, first we have for you the footage of the emu in Phoenix that has been arrested by the police for committing an unspecified crime, though reports state that it was attempting to join Antifa with the other bird brains who make up Antifa and was going to go around looting the pet stores, the food grain stores, any grain silos they could find in the Amazon area, Phoenix, Arizona area. Phoenix, of course, being a type of mythical bird, maybe it had some sort of symbolism for the emu. It's probably why it headed there, but it was arrested by police who are doing a stellar job of arresting the bird brains. As you've seen in Portland, the police have grown a sizable pair of testicles and are dealing with the bird brains up there. But let's take a look at this emu. And that was the emu. As you've seen, the emu wasn't a resisting arrest, didn't put up a fight, went back and faced the consequences of its actions like a man or an emu. So now let's take a look at Antifa, who simply don't do anything of the sort. Okay, so we've gone from dealing with one largely peaceful bird brain in Phoenix, Arizona, to dealing with a large group of not so largely peaceful bird brains in Portland, Oregon. Or of course, to the mainstream media, they are still, quote, largely peaceful. But you and I know that's not the case. And here we see the largely peaceful brigade of largely peaceful demonstrators being largely peaceful to a man who they have beaten unconscious. He's bleeding quite heavily. And they still want more. Take a look. So they're telling him to get his bitch ass up, even though he's unconscious. There is other footage from it taken from a different angle, but I'm not going to show you that because it's YouTube, etc. It's blood. You can find it all on Andy No's Twitter profile. So he's saying, what the F is wrong with you, to one of the bystanders, when him and his friends have done this to him. Now, these guys are random at Antifa. Now, of course, yes, there are some people in there who aren't Antifa, who aren't BLM. They thought, being the gullible, naive people they are, they thought they were fighting the good cause. They didn't realise they were joining a group of violent radicals. And we have a couple of them realising that their actions have had consequences. They've almost killed a man. But I'm afraid to say, a small token gesture of good does not wash out a sea of bad. And when it comes to Antifa and BLM, you're getting a sea of bad. And you're about to see just how bad they can be right now. So next we have a piece of footage from a load of BLM bird brains, and there's some Antifa I'm guessing, but it's mainly BLM. This is in a Minnesota suburb because, as you know, the Antifa and BLM have moved from the urban areas where they live because they've burnt everything down and looted everything, and now they've moved into the suburbs where there is they're accusing just a random family who are out enjoying a Sunday on their own property. Looks like they're having a barbecue. Just the most wholesome and peaceful thing you can think of. And BLM are accusing them of being a grand wizard of the clan. Just ridiculous nonsense that could put them in serious danger, judging by not only the political climate at the moment, but how stupid the woke left are. You know they're stupid. I know they're stupid. And take a look for yourself.
I'm a black man being terrorized by this fucking Klansman right here. We are
Right, sorry to interrupt. That is pure projection. I'm going to start again. I'm just tired, but he there, the spokesman, is saying that he is being terrorized by the people in the house who look like just 4 white women, which obviously triggers BLM, because one thing they hate more than anything else is that particular type of person I've just mentioned. White, blonde hair, etc, etc, attractive female. They hate it. They absolutely hate it. And he's terrorizing her onto them. Listen again.
I'm a black man being terrorized by this fucking Klansman right here. We are terrorized by the Grand Wizard. Y'all got the Grand Wizard living in your goddamn neighborhood. All the Klan exists in Hugo, Minnesota, and it's right here. Don't run now. Don't run now, racist white people. I'm here. Oh yeah, we pull up. We pull the fuck up.
Why don't you go and pull up to that guy from remember in my video yesterday I showed you the patriot from Georgia. Those armed Georgian patriots who come out to defend their town and their suburb from the likes of these guys. Go and pull up on him, but instead you're pulling up on 3 women who were just sitting in their garden having a barbecue. And you've pulled up to terrorise them. You're the racist. You. Not them. You. Man, and I apologise about the quality of the footage. That's not down to me. It's how it was filmed. It's the only piece of footage I can see from this. I've got from this particular clip.
Come over here! Come on over here with your Blue Lives Matter sign! Blue Lives ain't shit! And if people who don't support black people, fuck Hugo, Minnesota! I meant to say that! Now we can get to what I was talking about.
If you want to know, if nothing changes, if you want to know the direction that Western society is going, whether it's the United States, Canada, Britain, any Western country, because they've all been led by fools up until, well, for the most part, they still are, apart from the United States. You're lucky enough to have Donald Trump. We don't have our own Donald Trump here in England. We have someone like him, Nigel Farage, but he's never going to get power. The best shot he had was in 2015, and the Tory party, the mainstream politicians of the Tories, the Conservatives, who are fake Conservatives, they're not real. They're like your neocons. The Labour Party, which is like your Democrat Party, and the Liberal Democrats, they came together to make sure that Nigel Farage didn't win. He was in Thanet. He was trying to get elected in Thanet. And of all of the electoral seats to be had in the constituencies to be had in Britain, the Conservative Party, the fake Conservative Party of Britain, committed electoral fraud that so far that we know in 2015 in only one of all of those, and there's over 600 electoral seats to be had in the constituencies. And can you guess which constituency they were guilty of committing fraud in? You guessed it, Thanet, where Nigel Farage was sitting. They will not allow him to do it, especially after his Brexit win. The establishment, the British establishment, hate him for it. They hate us for it, just like they hate you for voting for Donald Trump. It's the same thing, just one's an institution and one's a person. Now, if you want to know where Western society's going, as I was saying earlier, there's 3 countries you've got to think of, and what's going to happen to Western society is an amalgamation of the 3. 1, Zimbabwe, what they did to the whites there. 2, in a similar vein, South Africa, what they are currently doing to the whites there, which is the world's only silent genocide. And 3, the country doesn't exist anymore, the former Yugoslavia, where people balkanized out into different groups. There was absolutely nothing that held them together. That's why you're seeing such an attack on national institutions and even the flags of Western countries. That's why the left is attacking, for example, the American flag, the American institutions that have bound people together for a long time in the United States, because they don't want a single thing that holds us together. Because the left want division. They say they want equality, they actually want division. My advice to all of you, you can take it or you can throw it away. But my advice is, whenever you hear a leftist say something, just think the exact and literal opposite, and you will have their true intentions. Flags, national flags, they bind us together regardless of what race you are. If you're an American, you're an American. And if you have love for the flag, that is something that can bring an American-loving black person and an American-loving white person together. If there's nothing within your national borders that brings you together, all you have is division. That's when balkanization starts. Just you wait until you're no longer able to defend yourselves, and these guys here on your screen are the quote-unquote police. When they can dictate to you everything, your every movement. When they come into your suburb, they'll be doing more than this. They'll be pointing more than cameras at you. These people here are evil. They're evil. It's not just their actions today, it's their intentions. How do you feel knowing there are people, a lot of people, who live within your national borders who really want to do bad things to me? They want to do bad things to you. Because that is, is the position that our politicians have put us in. And I'm not including Donald Trump in that, because he's not really a politician. He's a man of the people. There's a big difference. Anyway, I know this was a short one today. I apologise about that. Thank you for watching. I know I've yapped on a bit too much, but I just wanted to show. This was meant to be a comical video. I actually started out the intention for this to be funny, but it became serious when I added this. So maybe it's a bit of both. A bit of funny, a bit of serious. Maybe that's the best way to go anyway. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video around. If you can't do anything else for the cause, share this video around, because that helps us get the message out there. Because the big multinational corporations are really trying to shoot us populist messengers down. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.